patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright above me.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Here I am at my Airbnb in North Carolina. I'm in Shelby, North Carolina, and in 2 days I'm racing my first 100-mile race. I'm super excited to put all of my hard work to work and see what I'm really capable of and test my character. Yesterday on my Instagram story, I left a post about how the other day I was driving to work and I had this vision about dying and how I need to take more steps in life and take more advantage of every breath and every single day, and how I'm so grateful that I'm doing this race and I'm able to experience that, and it puts me in that zone. It sets me with reality. I'm gonna be feeling every step, especially later in the mileage when the pain is real. I'm gonna be feeling every breath. I'm gonna be one with the earth, and it's gonna be an epic, epic adventure. I had some dinner, settling down, trying to relax tonight. I'm rolling out, massaging, stretching, staying loose, getting that blood flow. Tomorrow I'm gonna go pick up my sister. She's part of the crew. Kevin's coming tonight. He's part of the crew, and my girlfriend Sabrina is here. And we're all gonna be together tomorrow. We're gonna head over to the race course. We're gonna check it out. Weather is showing for Saturday. Lots of rain, so looks like it's gonna be a wet race, and I'm ready for anything, so bring it on. But yeah, this is real. I'm here. It's really happening, and I'm super pumped to bring you guys along.
Stars shining bright above me. Night breezes seem to whisper sycamore tree. Dream a little dreamer.
It is a beautiful morning. I mean, foggy, but I love this. I love this kind of gloomy weather. Just cooking breakfast, finished cooking breakfast. Got some bacon and eggs, English muffin, some avocado. It's gonna be a delicious breakfast. Then today is a very busy day. We're gonna head to the mountain, to the race course. Me and Kevin are gonna go for a little run, shakeout run. Then I'm gonna go pick up my packet. Then we have to head over to Charlotte to pick up my sister, and we'll come back, organize everything, and really plan and prepare for tomorrow. So we're out on the trails. Nice trail. Nothing too different. I was just telling Kevin, nothing different than, you know, Homedale Park, Thompson Park, Mount Tammany. So it's good to know that I'm going to be racing on what I was training on. And if you know in my other videos, I talked about an important factor of 100-mile races to train on the terrain you're going to be running on, if you can. If not, you know, try to simulate it as best you can. Kevin, who is my crew leader and also my pacer, is very experienced, short-term experience in 100-mile races. Kevin, if you don't follow him on his YouTube journey, on Kevin Hogler Runs, he ran his first 100-mile race in December of 2020 and just completed his fourth 100-mile race in a couple weeks ago. So 4 100-milers in less than a year. It's pretty amazing. And also, I didn't mention, he was diagnosed with MS at a younger age, so to have that diagnosis and be able to do what he's doing is incredible. Here's a little insight of someone who knows a 100-mile race way better than I do. I mean, is there any tips you would give me heading into tomorrow if we just met today and I was about to go and do this? Oh, beautiful, some freaking stairs. I'm gonna love these. Anyway, any tips you'd give me?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a few things that you want to make sure you do when you're going into a 100-miler. First thing you have down is planning. I'm sure you guys, you know, in this video you've seen that planning is really important. You got to plan out your food, plan out kind of where you want your crew to meet you, plan out where you and how you want things to go. I would say the other thing you want to do is know that it's a journey. 100 miles obviously is a long distance, so it's not necessarily you're trying to race to get the 100 done. It's a matter of realizing that you're going to get the 100 done, just how are you going to do it. I know you're going to have to strategize, change your plan, things like that, and just roll with the punches. And the third thing is just really have to accept that you're going to hit some lows. I know that the lows are going to come, but with that, you're going to get through the lows. You just got to believe in your training, trust in your process. It's all a part of the journey and you'll get it done.
For like the later mileage, you know, when it becomes more of a mental game, what about then? What's like one key thing you would give of how to fight through that mental game, and what's important for me to do when, you know, I get into that really dark place?
Yeah, I think you got to fall back on your why. Remember why you're here, why you showed up, why you started in the first place. That why has to be something powerful, has to matter to you, and as long as you have that why, you lean on that and lean into that and just keep digging, and when you need to, just pull that why back to the front of your mind and keep pushing.
That's some great insight from an incredible athlete. Whew. There's the last crew member.
Made it.
All right.
All right, I'll see you in a second.
Here we go, baby.
Is this like their version of a strip club?
There it is, Beast of the East. What's going on? Richard?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good, how you doing, man? So, bib number 324. This is good because a lucky number for me is 3. My birthday's on the 24th, so I see this as a good sign. Just talked to Rich, the race director, and he basically tried to make me shit my pants by telling me no one's finished over 24 hours. He's had a elite 200 miler racer from outside the US do this race and not finish the first time she tried. So it's gonna be a big fucking race, tough, and we're gonna give it my all. It's 9:52. It's been a long day, as I said it would be, and we're pretty much all packed, ready to go. I just got to put the stuff in the car. I'm gonna be getting up at 5 a.m., eat breakfast, get ready, get it all set, and then get in the car and head over there. The plan is to leave by 6:30, get there at 7, an hour ahead, an hour before the race starts. This way, just to leave a little time for any just in cases. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm tired today, but get as much sleep as I can. I know for these things, you know, sleep might happen, it might not. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that I'm gonna go out there and try my best tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning for the Beast of the East 100. Let's go. Alright, it is the morning of the race, and we are all packed up, ready to go. Only thing left is to drive to Sparrow Springs Access, where I will begin the 100-mile race. Beast of the East 100, here we come.
My name's Liz. I'm Dan's younger sister. This is my first experience being a crew member for a ultra marathon race. I'm pretty excited to be here. I think my brother is absolutely crazy for doing this, but I think if there's any one person in my life who I think could do this, it would be my brother. What do I expect out of tomorrow? I expect it to be a lot of dull moments on the crew members' end, but when my brother comes around, we're gonna hit that rush of adrenaline and feel that energy that he's feeling and trying to match him and bring up his spirits. So I anticipate me having a very important job tomorrow, and I expect it to be fucking difficult for every person there, whether you're on the crew or you're out there running. So I'm excited to see what this experience brings.
Here we are, Sparrow Springs Access. Race begins in about 45 minutes. So, use the bathroom, get ready, warm up, then it's time to begin. Nice little foggy morning. It's about 52 degrees, and I'm 100% ready. Why did I sign up for this race? I mean, when I did my 50-mile run last year after my marathon and all the challenges I did following that, I was really looking for another way to push my limits, to push myself further and further. I always think of this David Goggins quote where he talks about the 40% rule. And what the 40% rule is when you feel like giving up, your mind and your body, and you're tired, and you don't think you can go any longer. You're only at 40% of what you're truly capable of achieving. And I can't go on living through life knowing that I'm only at 40%. You know, I've done a lot of mediocre things in the past in my childhood growing up. You know, I would always quit, or I wouldn't push myself far enough. You know, I would just take the loss. But I'm sick of that. And I know hearing some kind of quote like that I'm only 40% there. I still have 60% to go. There's so much more potential left out there that, you know, I need to keep trying harder things. And the Beast of the East 100 it seemed to be the hardest achievement I could possibly achieve. Here we go, baby. So, just hit my first climb. Nice and foggy. Trying to take it very, very easy. I have a long day ahead of me. I already know this downhill is gonna blow out a lot of quads today. But I'm so happy to be out here. Already having a blast.
All right. Go, baby.
My only expectation from when I signed up was to finish, and that I had no doubt that I would finish as long as I put in the work. And I gave myself a nice 6 months. I signed up in June, so I gave myself 6 months to train and get ready for this race, which I believed was plenty of time to prepare. And don't get me wrong, I knew this was going to be a really hard race. I mean, you look at it on paper, 100 miles, 20,000 feet of climbing. You have 32-hour cutoff time. You know, no one's ever finished in 24 hours or sub 24 hours. And there's been a few elites there, and not too many people have finished. It looked like it was going to be tough, but I knew with training at the Appalachian Trail, training at Mount Tammany, training at the Homedale Hills, and just putting in that work, strength training, everything was going to get me prepared and ready for battle and ready for the beast. So I knew I was going to be out there on the course with one of the greatest of all time, Karl Meltzer, who I was honored to share a race course with. I mean, he really is the speed goat and the greatest of all time. And so I knew that my adrenaline was going to be pumping, but I held myself at the back and started off nice and easy, at a nice and easy pace. And we made our first ascent up Rock Top, came down, went to the first aid station. And to be honest, I was feeling really good after the first and second summit and going to the second aid station. And then I had to go up Pinnacle, which would be the third summit of the day. And I go up, and as I'm coming down, I knew I had to make a turn. And I guess I was just feeling so good on the descent that I just kept going, and then finally realized, like, damn, I was supposed to make a turn. There's no way I went up faster than coming down, especially when I'm feeling so good going down. And I run up to another runner, and I'm talking to him, and I'm like, dude, did we miss a turn? And he's like, I don't think so. So we asked these two girls who were ascending up Pinnacle if there was a turn coming up, and they said yes, which there was, but it was not the turn that we needed to make. We already passed that turn. Ended up going all the way back to the aid station where we just came from, and the race director, Richard, told us we had fucked up, and you know, we can go up Pinnacle this way or up Pinnacle that way. So I had to make the quick decision, turn around. You know, the turnback trail where we came out of was much flatter, so I decided to ascend up that. Had to go up Pinnacle again, not to the summit just yet, and I finally reached there and made it back in good time.
How are you feeling here?
Feeling good, feeling good. I think once he comes in, we get him what he needs. Probably some fuel, re-liquids, and get him back out there and calm him down. I think he'll be good to go. It's just a matter of him getting in and then just going one loop at a time, one step at a time, and we'll just have to be here to make sure that he stays calm, because obviously it can get a little bit stressful.
Let's go, baby. That pack off.
Just hold it down.
I'm gonna cry like heavy. Kevin.
Towel.
Oh, good old Kevin. He really was. He was awesome. He was awesome, I have to say. But when I saw him at Boulder Access, he just said to me, you know, can you make it back in this time, in this amount of time? And I just remember like turning on, you know, the wheels and heading back to Sparrow Springs with fire under my ass. And, you know, I got that done in 6.5 hours after being off course for 3 miles.
Putting a timer on. Yogurt, berries, clementine, honey.
You hate me now?
No, I
What do you want?
I wanted to come back to say hi before I went and did Pinnacle.
Here.
Again and again and again.
Again and again and again.
3 more times at
and
least.
again.
3 more times.
So Kevin.
Oh wait, I had a
Sorry, 6 times.
yeah, and I had a surprise when it said summit again. I was like, oh, we got summit again,
You
great.
sure you didn't say my name like a little curse word?
I might have said
'Cause-
Dick instead of Richard.
That's fine. I'll
Kevin,
steal your soul after 50 miles.
body armor.
Yeah, Coke.
Cup.
Yeah, cup's better. Great. Had a little mishap, but recovered quickly. Now it's time to just keep it rolling. My legs felt good, my muscles felt good, my mental game was all there. And then came the rain. And I think this is the biggest turnaround of the day. Because it rained for hours, and although I wanted to change socks and shoes, there would be no purpose because they would just get wet again. So for a few hours, I was running on wet feet, wet shoes, wet socks. And by the time I changed it, I think it was just too late, and the blisters had already started developing under my foot. And I put on a pair of shoes that had maybe a little less than 100 miles on them, and the Speed Goats, which I love, and I've been training in them this whole time. They do work better when you break them in a little more, and the ones I had on had less than 100 miles. And I started my third lap with Kevin, with the new shoes,
time.
New
We'll
socks.
get back out there, and then we'll just start rolling, and you'll come right out of the low. It's just a matter of getting through it.
You think we should pop any blisters?
No, because they're gonna hurt. If anything, we'll fucking
Bandage.
If anything, later we'll pop them.
As time went on, it just built up to the point where it was just so excruciating. And I thank Kevin so much. He really helped me out and got me through the darkest times, you know, metaphorically and physically. It was literally pitch black for 14 hours. And, you know, mentally, I was getting really dark. I was so focused on the pain, like each step hurt so badly that that's all I could focus on, and it was taking away from my nutrition timing. It was taking away from my mental game, my demeanor. Everything was just going down. And that's when I really figured out that, like, there's no way if I can continue on that I'm gonna keep up a pace quick enough that's gonna beat all the cutoff times. So it was really, really hard to realize, you know, after feeling so good for so long, that not being prepared for some severe blisters was gonna knock me out of this race.
I'm most excited for when it comes to this race, I'm most excited to see Dan reach his potential. I know that he's done super hard things in the past, and for him to be able to have the buildup that he did to get to this race, face some adversity during training, and be able to start tomorrow morning after going through all that, I just think it's going to be awesome to see him working hard, getting it done, putting all his training to work. I think also what I'm really excited about is to see Dan work through the lows of an ultra. My expectations for Dan is to complete this race, and I think when it comes to him completing this race, I think he's going to do great. I think he's going to obviously finish in the allotted time, and I think he's going to surprise a lot of people here. So I'm super pumped out to be a part of this. I'm honored that he asked me to come down him to North Carolina and to be his crew chief and to run some with him. And I think you all are going to see how his hard work that he put in paid off. And, you know, I really think it says a lot about his character to be able to commit and do this. And let's get it done. I'm pumped up, and we're going to really succeed tomorrow.
How you feeling, Liz?
I'm feeling okay. I'm really glad that he came back because I was getting really nervous.
Me too.
But I look like a boy.
Me too. But we're not showing him we're nervous until he watches these videos, right?
Yes.
I cannot give enough thanks to my crew. I love them so much. Sabrina, Liz, Kevin. You know, Sabrina, she really was a champ. I was worried that she was going to be so worried, and she really did an amazing job. And I love her so much for all the help she brought, and, you know, matched my mood, did whatever I needed. And it wasn't just on race day, but it was the days following the race, how she really helped me out. And, you know, I was immobile the first 2 days after this race. So her to be there and do what she's done for me is just incredible. And I appreciate it. I'm so grateful for her. And I'm so grateful for Liz coming down where I knew she was skeptical at first, you know, to do this. She had no idea what to expect. And she fell in love with it and is on board to come and crew me again next year. So Kevin is the crew chief, the crew leader. What that means is Kevin is calling the shots. So if Sabrina has an idea, it's up to Kevin to be like yes or no. Like, don't be like, listen guys, like, Kevin will call the shots tomorrow. I'm naming him the leader for a purpose. One, because he's experiencing these things. I've gotten so emotional, mostly about my crew, because without them, I really would not have made it as far as I did, you know. And like I said, Kevin was unbelievable, and he really pushed me through some dark times. And, you know, he came all the way out there just to help me out, just to grind through 25 miles with me late in the night. And I really appreciate him, and I'm so grateful for my whole crew. And I really look forward to continuing on doing ultras with my beloved crew, and hopefully I can grow it. But these three are the main ones, and I love them so much. And without them, I don't know what I would be. I don't know what I would have done. So at 9 o'clock in the morning, after 81.91 miles, I had to DNF. I wasn't gonna make the cutoff times and I had to call it. So I went to the race director and I said, you know, you got me this year, but now I'm ready for next year. You know, I came on the course, I got my test run, and next year's the real deal, you know. So definitely going back there for 2022, December 10th, and I'm gonna finish that course, absolutely.